To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WDW Fanboys Podcast.
Hello.
I'm Jonathan Hopkins. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Brett Bennett and Spencer Coleman.
Hello.
And today is January 5th,
Wow.
2014.
Wow.
And this will be episode
Unbelievable.
198. Our show is sponsored by Pixie Vacations. Pixie Vacations is an authorized Disney travel agent. They offer fee-free bookings to Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Lines, and Adventures by Disney. You can find links to their site on our homepage, or you can give them a call directly at 678-815-1584.
We made it into the new year.
We did, somehow.
And I haven't been arrested yet.
Happy New Year,
Yes.
everyone.
Yes, it is happy.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, since it's a new year, I'm just going to start with some year-to-date stats like I did a little while ago. See what's changed. So far, since we've started, we have 76,352 downloads, 492 group members in Facebook, 177 likes on our fan page,
Make it better.
Nice.
1,151 Twitter followers.
The Twitters.
176 YouTube subscribers. That just jumped up.
On our Facebook page.
We're now on the Instagram.
Word got out about how good looking
We have
Hopkins
22
is.
followers on Instagram. Woo!
We don't
Those
post much,
YouTube follows will
but
go
like
down
us.
if I have to show up
Yes.
on video.
We've also started. Well, our podcasts were always on Stitcher for some reason. Somehow that got signed up a while ago. But we've got 91 people have our show on their playlist.
Excellent.
Actually, our Stitcher rank is 2,945. So actually, that ain't bad.
Out of 2,950.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. No. Actually, they're.
Out of 2 million.
They've got a bunch of podcasts on there, but I don't know if they do that by group or what.
We're just going to say
genre.
it's for all podcasts.
Yeah.
Is that like Lilo and Stitcher?
Yes. And actually on Stitcher we have total downloads for year to date 1,743. So it ain't bad, but if you want to use Stitcher instead of
This year to date?
yeah.
Wow.
Well, no.
Wow, that's like 4 days.
Yeah, no. Year to date from last year.
Okay.
So that's what it is. Hopefully this year, if I don't kill both these guys, we can hit 1,000.
the fanboys.
100,000 downloads. That would be pretty cool.
Well, there is enough previous audio of me that you could probably cut and paste at least a year and a half's worth of shows without me.
Be like
being
that
here.
Get a Horse with the Walt Disney voice for Mickey. Just cut and paste where you needed to.
Yes. Well, actually, they did a
Be
really
like
good
Chef
job
on
with
South
that.
I did do a
Park.
good job on that.
Yeah. So,
I'm pretty sure I heard the same Minnie 3 times in a row.
yeah.
but Whatever.
I hope everyone had a good Christmas. If you were down in the parks, you were insane. When did the parks went phase 2 at 9, was it? And then phase 3 at 11?
Yeah.
On
right.
Christmas Day?
Or, no.
Uh,
hit 3 on Christmas Day? I know it hit
yeah,
3.
it hit 3 at 11.
Oh.
Yeah, how was that experience? Anybody listening that went to the parks,
Yeah.
especially Magic Kingdom, went to any of the parks
Right.
on Christmas Day, share with us your experiences because I would love to hear all the things you didn't do besides just standing there.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like I said before on the episode before, I mean, it's for the experience and everything, but it's still just insane. Like, my problem is I have to find a clean bathroom. Like, and I don't think I could do that day.
Bring my own Lysol wipes. But,
Yeah.
That's the thing though, there's so many people you can just drop down, drop trowel,
Oh,
come back up, and nobody would know.
Right.
Dude, we've seen it in downtown Disney, man, stuff laying around. I'm sure people have done it there.
Yeah.
People are gross.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard horror stories from CMs that people have dropped trout in line and just
just
did it. Yeah, like, oh,
Wow.
how gross.
Yeah.
That's like biohazard.
It's like limited
much.
time magic.
Uh-huh.
That's just like, yeah, the other story of dumping your ashes at Haunted Mansion. Apparently they have a special vacuum cleaner for cleaning that up. Like,
Nice.
when you do it, like,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Don't do
Except
it.
for when I die, I want my ashes spread there. So, but just don't tell anyone.
Nope. I won't.
I just have some pretty good photos of I found the other day from my custodial days. If you guys want to share those on the Twitter
Absolutely.
or Instagram, actually.
Yes.
Some nice restroom shots over by the character. What is that? A character spot or whatever?
Okay.
Do people know you were taking pictures of them in the restaurant?
No. It's up there. They're what they've left behind.
No,
For us in the stalls.
no,
Yes.
we're not putting those
Oh,
on.
Yeah.
is it like Kingdom Cast shots?
Probably, yeah.
No.
Yeah, we'll pass on those. If it's something
yeah.
like...
It looks like somebody melted Hershey's Kisses
Oh.
over the toilet. For the
That's just-
seat and
it's like me after Ohana.
know what you sit on.
Oh, that's gross.
It was.
I didn't follow too much of the Christmas Day stuff. I was, just south of
Yeah.
Tampa. And I saw a few shots that were posted that were just utter insanity. But New Year's Eve, we experienced
Wait a minute.
those.
You were there Christmas Day because I was watching the parade.
Oh, yeah.
And you were there.
Yeah. That's live. Everything's live. Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine it? Yo, because they used to shoot it live.
Oh, jeez.
Could you imagine them
You
doing
could not
that
have
now?
Main Street
Oh,
empty.
you can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
You have to,
People would.
shut down the entrance
Well,
and
plus,
the exit.
everybody would be wanting to get in
Yeah.
on it.
Oh,
It
God.
was like, not to reach off topic, did you see the post from Player One last night? Actually,
Oh.
it's Sunday, but
They were gonna
they're going to be on
Yeah.
Fox Live. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I got up first thing this morning.
Oh, you went over?
I went over, and it was pretty cool. I mean, it was about the same amount of people as a busy weekend night
Oh, wow, that's
there.
good.
So they had a lot of followers that went out of their way, like myself, to go and hang out there.
Yeah.
And it was funny because they brought in half the bartenders that weren't working last night. They brought them in, and then when they started filming, there was one the girl. She's adorable. She does cosplay as Samus from Metroid.
Yeah.
First time I ever saw her, I saw pictures of her previously, but never saw her bartending. They said she comes in on occasion, but never saw her anyways. She was there and a few other bartenders. And it was funny because once they started filming, everybody behind the bar froze. Because they didn't know what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And they're all running around in circles like, what do
Yeah.
we do? What do we do? So...
Because it's not a normal...
Right.
Yeah.
So, the girl that was playing Samus, she was talking to me, and I got her attention back and just continued to talk with her while everyone else around was running around like, what do we do? What do we do?
Nice.
But it was amusing.
They're fake washing glasses. Like,
Yes. Well, it's funny because I'm thinking,
don't look at the camera.
First, something I had somewhere to go at 11 where I couldn't be drunk, but I'm thinking that'd be pretty cool if they served beer in the morning because I definitely would have drank.
Breakfast
But
out.
they serve mimosas, which is cool. But I'm
Oh,
thinking,
that's nice.
if they're filming the bar and there's no drinks on the bar, people would be like, wait a minute.
Well, it's all filled with iced tea.
well, then-
Oh, yeah.
Sweet tea.
yeah.
Nice.
Well, because I think because of the liquor license laws, they can't serve it until a certain time.
I guess.
It was
Yeah.
like 11-ish, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they have the beer and
But
wine license. They don't have the liquor license. But
Yeah.
I guess there's probably parameters
Yeah.
that prohibit them from doing that.
But, so, Christmas was a bust.
Yeah.
It was insane. Yeah, I would have liked to gone, but I would go insane. I got to see the fireworks from home. They were pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we actually went. No, actually, that was New Year's. Never mind.
Yeah.
But Christmas is the
Same.
time. If you're here, you spend it with friends or family.
Yeah.
And New Year's, that's the holiday you go to the theme parks.
Oh.
And
We went to all three of us ended up at Epcot at different times.
Yes.
But I got there later. I took a nap and everything else, and so I didn't get there till 9 o'clock. Parking was all
PM?
yeah.
Oh.
Parking was completely filled at Epcot.
Wow.
And they had the parking attendants. They had it seemed like they had managers and everyone out there. And what they were doing is going down the rows and counting whatever empty spots were there, and then letting people down. So luckily, I got a spot. But they had official grass parking, like they had lights up and everything else. It was insane. But the park itself wasn't that bad.
No.
Like getting in, you're not gonna
Getting in wasn't bad at that time.
you're not gonna ride anything, of course, but.
right. Well, I heard it was I think you told, a 4-hour wait for Soarin'.
Yeah.
So you don't go
It was
to
90 minutes for.
Test track hit 5, I think.
It was 90 minutes for Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't go to parks on Christmas or New Year's to ride an attraction. You go to experience the surroundings.
That's what I was looking for is first timer pins. like buttons. I would like, are you insane?
Don't do the attractions.
Don't come down here for this.
No.
What was I gonna say? I headed to the parks around 3 or maybe 2 o'clock ish after I woke up late, and I decided to go online. I found my Magic Band. I stayed at a resort when they first opened up the testing for Art of Animation. Got a Magic Band.
Which one did you stay at?
Art of Animation.
Oh, cool.
And that was a while back. I went and found it. It was like under a pile of trash in my bathroom. And I went onto my app, and sure enough, it let me book Fast Pass Plus reservations for New Year's Eve.
With a little minus sign on them?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah. I just went in the app and I was like, oh, you have valid parking permission, so guess what? You can make Fast Pass Plus reservations. I was like, all right. So it was like for Epcot, I could make. They're still doing the grouping at Epcot, so I made one for Test Track that night. Then made one for Spaceship Earth and one for Journey to Imagination, because all the other ones in the second grouping that you could choose 2 out of were just burners. Like, it didn't even matter, because they were like, those were kind of rides, like, oh, Finding Nemo or Spaceship Earth. But yeah, I went to the park. The lines were pretty crazy for the ticket booths. All the lines for just every single ticket booth was open, and they were all backed up to the wall, to the gate. And so I went, and of course I already had my ticket, so I just got right into the park, and literally I knew I wasn't going to be able to do anything else. So as I was walking from my car, which I parked in the Discover lot, which was only half full at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which I thought it was really weird that it was that empty at that time. But as I was walking from my car to the park, I was able to open my Disney Experience app and change my Fast Pass time for Spaceship Earth to that time, like 5 minutes from then. And I was able to walk into the park and just go right up to it was 75 minutes at the time, and just skip the whole line.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then as soon as I was done with that, I went and walked around the fountain, which is a crazy area. And then I went to Journey to Imagination, where I was also able to switch it to then as well, my Fast Pass, so I went on that too. But I could not change Test Track.
Yeah, it was so bad that day too, as far as parking, that CM's had to park backstage.
Yeah.
That was the other thing too, is I figured as much, but they in World Showcase you could exit by, I think, Norway and then
between Norway and China.
Norway and China, and then on the other side was by that pavilion that they had. World Show Place.
World of Motion.
Yeah, where you could bypass and go the back way.
Yeah,
around.
It'll take you around to like right next to Imagination, and next to Test Track as well.
Dark Side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were backstage. Yeah, which was funny, man. Like, they had it kind of partitioned off a little bit, but they didn't have like a ton of planners blocking everything.
They normally do.
Yeah, you could just see everything. Like, we're walking past the Test Track maintenance building, just looking in.
Cool.
Like,
it's a cool building.
Yeah.
So back there, some videotape run around in circles. Adam Leonard. Leonard.
Oh man, it was, but it was very interesting. Each pavilion had like a stage set up, and they were doing, DJs and that kind of stuff. So that was cool. They were handing out hats and those annoying, whistles.
At least they didn't hand out the vuvuzelas.
Oh god! Or the ones where you spin and they make that. Oh my god!
And that's the thing. I know I've said dozens of times, way before the holidays, is that I would never go to the parks on the holidays. And about a week before, all the people I know around here, most of them veterans to the parks, are saying they're all going to go to Epcot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll go. I'll meet up. This is not that bad. Went MK. That was 3 at 11.
That's out of the question.
Yeah, that was way out of the question, and we knew that right before we even made the plans. But got to Epcot and approaching the parking ticket booth, there was no lines whatsoever.
Yeah,
once we went through it, halfway between there and the right turn to go into the parking area is where it gridlocked.
Yeah.
Because it was going from 5 lanes to either 2 on the left, 2 on the right.
Right.
And I mean, it went pretty well. Once we got up to where they were directing us, because they were going up and down the aisles, I actually got to park really close to the entrance. I was surprised I had to park so close.
Now leaving, I ended up sitting in my car for an hour waiting for everyone to leave. Yep. I was like, basically when I left, I was able to drive normal because I waited for everyone to leave. I was like, I was down to a quarter tank of gas, so it's like I couldn't wait in line if I had to. So I was like, I needed to get out as quick as I could. But So I waited and just was watching everyone, and then I'm watching people come up like across the parking lot. I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah.
There's no way you're getting out. Like, and then there's emergency vehicles trying to get through, and I'm like, oh my god, pandemonium. But
that's the night where they have to pronounce somebody dead on Disney property.
Oh, yeah, it was bad. But actually, as far as drinking and everything else, like I didn't really. When we were in the China Pavilion, we seen almost 3 fights break out, but we didn't see anything break out.
No.
So I didn't hear anything really on the Twitters or the Facebooks about any fights or anything breaking out or anyone dying or.
I think he might have died.
Yeah. So.
Probably some fights.
Yeah.
Probably.
But it was a good time. Same thing with Brett. I wasn't planning on going. I was planning on just staying home, but everyone's like, "Oh, come to Epcot." I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll go."
No.
I'll absolutely do it again next year. The only thing I'll do different is I'll have.
I'm gonna be at Legoland next year for New Year's.
I'll have the Popular Giorgio suite ready to go.
No,
because
I might as well.
I'll go to my car. I'll crash for a couple of hours and then take off because by that time everybody will be gone. I can get out a lot easier.
Yeah. But during the day, I heard, what was it, or was that Christmas, that Animal Kingdom and MGM were
that was New Year's.
Dead.
Animal Kingdom was dead. Hollywood Studios had its normal wait. I think it was like around midday. It was around 1:30 for Toy Story Mania, which is pretty normal.
Yeah.
But
it was
Animal
like
Kingdom,
11, right? 10 or 11?
What?
MGM? Hollywood Studios?
What about it?
They were open till like 10 or 11.
Oh yeah, no, they were
That's-
up until midnight, huh? They always do midnight fireworks
Really?
at MGM.
Did they?
Yeah, they always do Fantasy in the Sky or whatever it is.
Okay.
But yeah, around midday as well when I was leaving to go to Epcot around 1 or 2 o'clock, I almost went to Animal Kingdom first because I had seen around 12 or 1 o'clock the wait for Everest was 30 minutes and the wait for the safaris was 10 minutes. And it was like, what? That's like slower than normal.
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy to see.
Well, it's because everyone was at MK.
Yeah.
Like I-4 and 192 were just crazy.
Actually, I jumped right on property over by Sherbrooke, over by Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
So I had no problem.
That's
at all.
been like that for
Which,
a week before Christmas to...
that reminds me, like on Western Way, like I had completely forgot about Flamingo Crossing.
Yeah.
Has they made any progress on that? I mean, they did all the roads and like kind of the base infrastructure, but
No.
they
That was
haven't
supposed to
done.
be a shopping area. And
That was supposed to be like
residences.
a West downtown Disney.
Yeah.
But it's technically not on property,
Right.
I was going to say...
but
weird.
it's Disney kind of managed.
Right. The only thing that we know that's going to happen with Western Way area soon,
Is a Walgreens, I think.
is new property control cast connection. They're going to be moving it out from Backstage Magic Kingdom.
Oh.
Going to be putting it in the Western Way area over there where they have.
Yeah, well, because that whole area is actually nice. I like taking that way.
Yeah. It's
Because
just
no
costs
one.
a couple dollars on that toll road.
Yeah. But I mean, no one goes down there. I mean, it's always dead.
Yeah.
Because that goes by Coronado.
Yep.
Which, when I stayed at Coronado, I always wondered where that road went. Now I know.
Whoa.
But
I was going to say you can jump on the road if you're coming from Winter Garden or going to Winter Garden. That's an easy way. You jump on the road right there. Yeah.
yeah, so that was I forgot Flamingo Crossing was like announced like in what 2010.
That was a while ago.
But I think, or even 2008. But I think it was everything collapsing all at once is what killed that project for now. And plus, because no one, I mean, even now, construction's starting again in Orlando. I mean, they're starting to redo like hotels that have been closed around and everything, and they're doing the Orlando Eye finally. And that was one of the things that got hit because of the downturn in the economy. And so stuff's kind of building back up.
Well, the tourists are coming back.
Yeah.
So they want to cater to them.
Yeah, I mean, the money's coming back, so it's kind of a good thing. They'll be interesting if they
holiday
actually...
shopping was up 2.3% from last year,
Yeah.
which was up the year before that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a positive trend.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Universal is really banging out that hotel.
Oh, yeah.
And, that's right. We went to Universal
Yeah, we did.
with Anthony Sockmcblog.
What did we? That was between the.
Yeah.
Christmas and
Oh
New
my
Year's. I
god,
don't remember.
that was
fun.
insane
Yeah,
too.
that was pretty crazy.
That was it was
Well, anytime you're hanging out at a park with Anthony, it's insane.
Well,
he's hilarious.
Even before that, me and Hopkins met up
Yeah.
around 2 o'clock. I was a little bit later than Hopkins by probably like 15, 20 minutes. As soon as I got to, just the city walk,
Yeah.
I texted or tried to call him, texting Hopkins. Service was horrible. Both
Yeah.
Wi-Fi and cell networks were all bad over there.
Yeah.
Across all carriers, too.
Yeah.
Hopkins has Verizon, I have Sprint. We couldn't get in contact with each other
Yeah.
at all. And he
He's
said...
Sprint.
no,
He used Verizon. He
I
called me,
could,
like,
I
his
couldn't
phone
get
would not
anything.
connect.
You
Yeah,
didn't get anything, really?
no.
Oh.
But...
I did a test. I was at Krusty Land. I was 1 megabyte down and 0.02 up.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Yeah,
which
which is
the same for me.
Which is BBS speed. You know.
Hopkins finally got in contact with me and he said, yeah, I'm getting a Krusty Burger. I'm just so hungry.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I'll head over there. So I stopped at Guest Relations and I went on in. And
Yeah, he did all that, and I was still
he
in
was
line.
still in line. And I still waited
Yeah.
with him for another 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So he was in line for a good 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And there was an extended queue for Krusty
Yeah.
for the whole food court area.
He was heading out the door almost.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
They had all 3 switchbacks filled, and
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
And
Lots
then,
happening. And then we didn't go on anything at all
No.
until that night.
Well, that must
Yeah.
have been really bad then, because you can't give people too many decisions to make as it is. You do it in a situation like that. It's like, what do I have? What do I want this?
Yeah.
And then
Right.
it just gets a traffic jam because nobody can decide what the hell they want.
Yeah.
And that's what Spencer. What was weird is towards night, everyone started leaving
Yeah,
mass
they did.
exodus. It was really kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I would think that people would have stayed all the way at the night, but yeah, during the day it was just packed. We ended up going over to
Red Brick. What was
Red
that?
brick oven. Yeah.
Or are
Yeah.
you talking about Islands?
Islands. Yeah,
Let's talk about Islands first. Before even we met up with Brett and Anthony, we went over to Islands and we were like, oh, let's just walk around and see everything. And Seuss was over an hour, which was crazy. And then we went, let's go see Harry Potter. We heard that they were using the ticket system that they'd implemented last year or a couple of years ago, when they
Yeah.
opened. That it was like a fast pass return time
to just
for the area of the park.
yeah, just the
Get into the Wizarding
area,
World.
which in my mind completely snapped. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I need a return time just to get to the land
of the park.
of the park.
And so we walk over there, and right after you pass, or even before, or around the Sinbad
Mm-hmm.
area, they had a sign that says Wizarding World entrance, and it had an arrow to the left,
Yeah.
which brought you to a bridge that they only open in times of capacity. Or
The
if they were
Sarah Palin
construction.
Bridge, the bridge to nowhere.
Yeah. And it just took you right around Harry Potter,
Yeah.
which I guess they would use when they were in construction or when it's just high capacity times.
Yeah.
Took you right to Jurassic Park. Once we get over that bridge, which there was a little bit of a walk, because you got to walk all the way around. We get to the other side, and the sign says entrance to Wizarding World. Arrow back over the bridge.
Back the other way. We're like, wait a minute.
Wait, what? Whoa! And there are other people with the suit that are like, what the hell? And so I told the person, I said, hey, no. This arrow says to go that way. We came from that way because the arrow said to come this way.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, go ahead. Because they're like, we need to see your tickets to get back in. Or
Yeah.
whatever. They're like, just go ahead. And then somebody else stopped us and were like, can we see your tickets? And I said, they're taking care of us. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever. And then a third person, I think, stopped us and was like, can we see your tickets, please?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, look, they
No.
said they're taking care of us. And then a manager came up and said, no, we're fixing the situation got messed up or something. We're fixing the situation. And so they
Do you
finally
see
let
this?
us in.
It says preferred AP. I can go anywhere.
But so they let us in, and we didn't even have to wait at all. Luckily, we didn't have to get a return time because they messed up.
Yeah.
But we walk in, and as we're, if you're in from the Jurassic Park side, and there's a bridge that goes over from Jurassic Park into Harry Potter, the line for the entrance for Forbidden Journey was on that bridge.
Yeah.
The entrance to the line. And then you pass the first Butterbeer cart where there's 50 people waiting on
They
either
were
side.
using all the extended queues for that.
Yeah, they're using all the extended queues. And the lines for Butterbeer on each side of the carts were like 30 to 50 people deep.
Which Spencer showed me a good pro tip.
Pro tip. Hogshead.
Yeah, go into Hogshead to the bar and get your butterbeer
Don't
there.
go to 3 room states. Go to the right where it says the Hogshead because they have just the bar where they have not only beer, but they have butterbeer, frozen, and regular. And there's only 3 people in line.
And
if you're a pass holder, you get a discount because it's not a cart, it is inside a food location.
But if any Universal executives ever listen to this show, what is going on with the butterbeer cream? I mean, they're
What the heck?
skipping out on it.
I had butterbeer twice that day. Once with Hopkins, and then later that night with Anthony and Brett. And the cream like sputtered out of the machine, and it was horrible. There was not enough.
JK, get on this. Like
JK, she hates us.
Yeah, rip it out, man. They're not doing it right.
So the cream was spurting, and that was a problem.
Yeah. It was like that thick. There was nothing to it. Like
she wasn't giving me enough cream.
Yeah, I want like a
all over
half
my
inch.
face.
Spurtering cream
I love
that's too
half inch.
watery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
It still says this, man. If I could get just a shot glass of that, or just a cup of the cream, oh god, it's so delicious.
God, so weird.
But anyways, so yeah, that was
we share separate rooms.
that was insane.
It was an experience for sure.
Yeah. But then at night, like when we met up with everyone, it was dead. We were able to get on stuff.
Yeah,
we
went on. Almost just walked on to the Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, Forbidden Journey was like super slow.
Yeah.
But we went to that new, what is it, the Red Brick Oven, I think it's called, pizza place at City Walk, and that was actually pretty
decent.
Pretty good.
People who are from up north will not find great pizza down here in Florida, but this was acceptable.
Yeah, it's not Viennapoli, but
yeah.
Whatever, it's also 1/3 of the price of Viennapoli.
Yeah, but
with our passes, you get a whole pizza for like $10.
Yeah. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it was a.
They weren't like your Pizza Hut personal pan size. They were like
decent. Yeah, two people could easily share.
You
it.
could, but we all ate one ourselves each.
Yeah.
What?
Everyone left a slice.
What was it? Dr. Doom's?
Dr. Doom's Free Fall.
Oh,
we went on twice right in closing.
That was hilarious. I haven't been on that for 10 years.
Yeah.
And that was hilarious.
I don't
Reride.
Yeah. I don't know why. Like, because we had the power tower at Cedar Point, which was like, I think 300 feet.
Boo.
Which is way taller than that one. But for some reason, I haven't been on one of those in a long time. That ride kind of freaked me out. Like, it just...
I loved how it shot you up and it came out of nowhere. You had no idea what was happening. You anticipated the few seconds when it would happen, but you didn't know exactly what it would.
Yeah.
And I said, boom, just shoot right up.
That's what always got me. I'm literally having heart palpitations while I'm on the thing. I'm like, I don't know why I'm freaking out.
I couldn't stop laughing. It was just absolutely hilarious riding that thing.
What time did the park close? I think 10:30 or 11 o'clock?
11 o'clock, yeah.
11
Yeah, we went on it, and the ride finished at 10:55, I think.
Yeah.
And Anthony just starts going, reride.
Yeah.
So we start walking up the ride, and we see one guy that we finally ran into a guy that works here. We go, reride. And they're like, you want to go on it again?
Yeah.
And they finally
I would have just stayed on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Reride.
That was insane.
Yes.
I'm bulimic. Need to get rid of this food.
Oh. Yeah, that did.
Fanboys apologize to any of our listeners who are bulimic.
I've jumped out of planes before. I don't know why that thing freaked me out so much. And that's what Anthony was like. He's like, you've been on Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror is taller and faster. I'm like, I don't know. It's just... We got to see a Fun Spot, which is was huge.
What's his name? Kevin Yee did a recent video where I guess they did a little bit of an expansion to their new I-4 location.
Yeah.
Speaking of jumping on planes, I do want to try that this year.
No,
Second time I'm going to use a parachute.
Right, we go.
Yeah, because they added a new inverted coaster.
Yeah.
I've never been to either one.
I still got to go to the one in Kiss Me, because Kiss Me is the one that has the world's tallest sky coaster, right?
Yeah.
The 192 one?
The slingshot.
I haven't been to either of them.
Because that one's like, I think 300... No.
I don't think anybody's died at the 192 one. I think at the I-4 one, like a couple people died.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably.
It just got here. Wow, that's quick. They were having a great deal. I think it's over now, but I think it was the 24th through the beginning of the year. You got a year pass for like the price of a 2-day pass.
Oh wow.
It's almost half price. But.
Yeah. If you also both Fun Spots have like at least I think it's 4 go-kart tracks that are just crazy awesome, like a multi-level one.
Yeah. And
like the pass of a 1-year Fun Spot pass, or the price of a 1-year Fun Spot pass is like worth it to use those go-kart tracks like at least once. Like 12 days of Christmas BOGO, both parks for only $90.
Oh, so it is there.
Which is crazy.
To January 5th. Huh.
Oh yeah, that's like tomorrow.
That's today.
No, 2 days from now. Oh,
well,
yeah, today's the 3rd.
Yeah.
Today's the 5th.
Davis releases it'll be the 5th, so that's today.
Yeah.
Get up now.
Go buy
People
it.
are screwed. Yeah, that's... well, I gotta go to Fun Spot still, and I haven't I went to Gatorland. Like, my parents took me to Gatorland when they took me down here, which, when you're 6, you're like, oh yeah, that's cool, whatever. I didn't, but I need to go back there, and
It's
then
like $10 for Florida residents.
yeah, and then I still gotta try Legoland, and everyone keeps telling me to go out to Busch Gardens.
Oh, yeah, Busch Gardens we got to do, but I don't.
I'm waiting for the new coaster they're doing.
I really don't feel like shelling out the money for Legoland though, because when I remember when that new that World of Chi or whatever, that line where that water ride that they came out with, it just looked like crap. It looked like they had put up plaster walls.
No. See, I wouldn't go. I like Legos. Like, as a kid, I was a Lego fanatic.
Yeah.
Like, I had a ton of Legos. I like looking at miniatures like that.
Yeah.
So that would be
The
cool.
rides look like crap.
Yeah, I don't care about the rides.
Something wrong.
I don't go to parks for all the rides, man. Like,
Weird.
They don't have enough e-tickets there.
I lived near the roller coaster capital of the world. I don't care about the rides.
Live near it.
Yeah, I was about an hour away from Cedar Point and then Geauga Lake before it closed, but whatever.
Speaking of roller coasters.
And Kings Island. We had 3 roller coaster parks in Ohio.
That Goosebumps book?
What?
I don't know.
Quiet you.
Still nobody goes to Ohio.
Killing the show.
Who figured?
Everyone goes to Ohio. It's the heart of it all. It's on our license plate.
Oh, God. Speaking of roller coasters, did you guys see the new Disney dollars that just came out?
Yes.
Yes.
They have the new series, the Mountain series, which has Splash Mountain on the 1, Big Thunder on the 5, and Space Mountain on the $10
Yeah.
Disney bill. And it's really cool because, on the back side or whatever, it has, just an illustration of the mountains. And then on the front side where it shows Mickey Mouse, he's actually in the ride vehicle for each car, or for each ride. So that's a pretty cool thing to see.
I need a metal suitcase filled with Disney dollars.
Every time I think of Disney dollars, the old Disney dollars, I think of the
Simpsons, the Itchy and Scratchy Land. Yeah.
It's like Itchy and Scratchy dollars.
Yeah.
They're fun. You walk down the street, we do not take Itchy and Scratchy dollars.
Yeah.
Don't.
I always thought that was a myth until everyone started talking about Disney dollars. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
that's a real thing?
I mean, I don't remember them.
Like, who converts real money into those?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a souvenir type of thing.
Yeah,
That's,
I'm going to spend the $16 to get mine and maybe, frame them up. They look pretty cool.
I'd frame them up.
If they're nicely designed, absolutely.
Yeah. It was easy, but when I was working in the parks at the coffee stand, people would just come and use those, like the $1 Disney dollars, and I was like, "Why do you have $1 Disney dollars?" Actually,
why would you buy it and then spend it?
The 10 or 20s are kind of alright because people can buy those and they're like gift cards, but they're cool. They're like a gift certificate, but cooler.
Yeah.
But
then it's like, oh man, I don't want to spend this.
Yeah,
it's $20.
Exactly. But I don't understand people buying the $1 ones.
Yeah.
But I just saw this on the Twitter just now. It just came out. As we know, the
live Twitters.
Hey, shush it. As we know, the Magic Kingdom parade, by the time this episode will come out, the day parade, the 3 o'clock parade, will cease its running. The Celebrate Dream Come True parade, I believe it is. The Celebrate.
Oh, thank God.
And your mind just fine. Something like that.
God.
But it's closing. I think it's the last day of operations on the 4th. As well as Festival of the Lion King will be ending its tenure at the theater in Camp Mini Mickey. The entire Camp Mini Mickey will be closed by the time this episode comes out, I believe.
Suck it, Tim.
But which is funny because Tim should be coming into town on this day.
Yeah.
But Tim will be here the day before this launches.
Yeah.
So if
Tim comes the day after Camp Mini Mickey and Festival of the Lion King
Well, that's why he's coming down. He's going to try to get some bricks or something from the building.
So those people listening to the show, if you open up your window and listen very carefully, you can hear Tim crying. And it's not because of Illuminations.
He'll be at Animal Kingdom just...
However, the tweet that just came through was that the new parade, the Festival of Fantasy Parade, will premiere at Magic Kingdom on March 16th. So you got 3 months of no 3 o'clock parade. But they're probably going to be running multiple a day of the Move It, Shake It, Celebrate It.
Oh, God. They got to get rid of that one.
What?
They got to get rid of that one.
They're not going to get rid of that one.
Why?
Because people like it.
They run it like every 15 minutes. It's terrible.
It's so great.
Oh, my God.
Watch the Stilt Walkers in the summer heat.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, that parade annoys me.
Did we talk about this before? You might have mentioned it, but I remember seeing a Stilt Walker. I was over by the fountains near the restrooms at Casey's Corner.
Yeah.
And I saw a Stilt Walker coming by, And I was gonna make a comment until I looked up and I saw she was like white as a ghost as a sheet. So I saw her just barely make it to the back.
Yeah.
And I guess as soon as she got back there, she passed out.
She passed out on the picnic table back there.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was about mid-afternoon, probably during one of the My Sack Highs.
I always love I don't watch the parades, but I love watching
them pass out.
No, I love watching like when the managers grab like a character and like because something happened and he come backstage real quick. Like dragging Goofy.
Yes.
Come on, buddy.
I saw one of the 7 dwarves during the Christmas parade.
Don't revive him until he's backstage.
Yeah.
We can't ruin the magic.
Her hair falling out of the back of the dwarf's head. And having to be rushed off and parade around backstage.
Well, Austin, we were hanging out one night, and a friend of his that I had just met that night, she was telling me she was one of the stilt walkers. So now every time I go to that parade, I look for her and try to act like somebody she has no clue who is.
Also, since Camp Mini Mickey and everything is closing, I don't know if it's been announced yet. I think so.
Avatar?
No, that they're going to be doing a dance party in Dinoland, USA every single day
I have seen so many dance party areas popping up. Animal Kingdom was there a couple weeks ago, and they've got one right outside the Yak and Yeti.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
It's hilarious. I don't mean this is in an insulting way, like you would think I do, but it was like an Indian DJ.
Right.
And there was Indian dancers. And, I mean, the guy was he was having a blast cranking his DJ.
Actually, that one I actually do enjoy watching. I don't know why, but I enjoy watching the Indian dancers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I like the music too.
Yeah, same here. That's why I said it's, I'm not saying it as a
I don't want them to do IT work here in the United States, but because it takes my job away. But I do like their dancing.
But the new one in Dinoland will feature a bunch of characters.
Our British listeners know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's the one thing is Hopkins. You can always hope for.
You guys don't like breaking news on the show.
Go ahead.
The Indian IT people that they bring over, you can always hope that they're the ones that are customer service, because those people are just going to make you look all that much
better.
They're
the ones that screw up Magic Bands.
Right. Mm-hmm. They're just going to make you look all that much better, so that's good.
What's your breaking news, buddy? I'm sorry.
So we're talking about the dance party. And it's going to be having a bunch of characters. Like, have you guys ever seen that petition of that lady that wants to bring back, I think we all got emailed it, that wants to bring back Flick and Ada, I think it is.
Yeah.
They're going to be at this dance party, along with a couple other characters from Bugs Life. Yeah, exactly. I messaged her one day and I said, "Lady, it's not going to happen."
Aww.
No, because I've talked to multiple costumers at Animal Kingdom. I have friends that work there, and they hate it. It caused such problems because the costumes are horrible.
Yeah.
But they're coming back for this, as well as I think the moth from it that was in that magic act in Bugs Life, and Slim, the stick bug, is going to be on stilts.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Yeah, and there's a couple other characters that are like Dak type characters. I'm trying.
Divine.
Yeah, no, I wish, but I just thought that was so weird that because we were talking about stilts, that they're gonna have like the stick bug on stilts.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Club 626 had the Tomorrowland Christmas party.
Tomorrowland Christmas.
That was
That was a weird show, but
it was odd. But I got to tell you that the dancing number was pretty well done.
Yeah. That's the only other thing is meeting up with people and they all want to watch this stuff, and I'm just like,
speaking of dancing, you still have those shirts?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You get rid of those.
I got to find those.
What are you yelling about? You don't know what the hell we're talking about.
In other news, which hopefully we can get him on for this one.
He hates us.
More Cute Stories, Volume 3, Museum of the World, Museum of the Weird, narrated by Rolly Crump.
Who we have it on?
Rolly Crump.
No, Jeff. Humbug. Yeah. Okay. Let me get through this.
Sorry.
Volume 3 will come out on January 15th. So,
awesome.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. Museum of the Weird, now that will be cool stuff.
Is it on cassette tape or VHS?
No, it's on CD or iTunes or the Amazons.
The Amazons?
Or if you slip Jeff a 20 at the park, he'll probably have a copy on hand with him.
I can slip him
at Disney World.
7 to 8.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully we can try to get him on to hawk that one. And since we didn't get him for Volume 2, I don't know. Maybe we'll get him on for when they do Volume 8. I kind of hope. I don't care, man. I love those CDs. I hope they keep going until Volume 20.
I think Raleigh's like, you know what? I've burned all the bridges I can. Disney is not pleased. They're not getting any more happier about this, so I'm just gonna start cranking them out.
That'll be good.
Yeah, what was I gonna say?
Sorry.
I don't remember. No, you're good.
All right. So when and this is where I messed up. Since this is episode 198, since we didn't record last week because of the Christmas break and everything else, and I was just out of it. I didn't feel like recording. It's my bad, and I'm not smart enough to have emergency episodes or anything else. So, we are going to push back our live 200th episode. So, that will be on the 17th or the 18th, depending on our schedules.
More than likely Friday the 17th.
Yeah, more likely Friday the 17th.
Probably should narrow it down sometime soon so our listeners can...
Yeah, we'll have to find out and
I'll tell
everything
you what,
else.
those of you listening to this show, as quickly as possible, let us know if Friday the 17th or Saturday the 18th works best for you. We will check all submissions within 48 hours of this show, and then ignore you. And
True Disney fans have nothing to do on Fridays if they're unless they're in the park. So, anyways, you still have time then on our poll about who wants to see Brett on the YouTube podcast videos. So far, we've got 61% with yes, 29% don't care, and 8% no. So the 8% that don't like you, you're like, But anyways, so yeah, you can go on our website and cast your vote again. Well, you can't again, but if you haven't, do it.
Clear your cookies.
Yes. Clear your cookies. No, I do it by IP address too, and cookies.
Whatever.
And by geolocation. I do a backtrace to your IP so I know exactly where you people live.
for the people who say yes, they want to see
Jonathan
me,
Hopkins in essay on this.
Yes.
have a comment with 3 paragraphs as to why you want to see me.
No. I'm not making people do homework.
Okay.
A poll was enough.
Too much work.
Yeah. So that looks like that'll be it. We've kind of ran out of steam and got nothing else to talk about since we didn't really do much in the parks. I haven't been in the parks except for New Year's for like 2 weeks. Or maybe here and there like an hour or so, but I haven't really done anything because it's just been so busy. But what that means is in January the parks are going to be dead.
Yes.
Which is going to be awesome. Except for when they're doing their freaking marathons again, Jeff.
Like next week.
Yeah.
This coming week.
All you runners are going to be down here like, ooh.
Yep. And be sure to get your Disney New Balances.
Yeah.
Hopkins loves them, all of them.
I love them, all of them, yes.
Also, in the next couple months, keep looking out for an all-new updated My Disney Experience app on the mobile device and
the website.
My Disney Experience website.
Yeah.
George Calagridis said to cast members in a video online that we were going to expect an all-new website as well as more advanced testing that they were just putting off for the new year, including testing for locals and pass holders.
Which I think this is where they're like, okay, we've messed up. Now we're adding more money and really need to work on this. They've kind of done the integration between the app and the new website that they had, right. But there's still some issues. And then they've switched over PhotoPass now. The old PhotoPass is going to expire, and it's the new Memory Maker.
Memory Maker, yep.
Yeah, so
weird.
Yeah, it'll be.
I think it's weird how they roll out PhotoPass Plus and then now they're like, done, Memory Maker.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things with Magic Bands. They've bit off more than they can chew, and now they're kind of they're. I know everyone's upset with it, but I think they're kind of learning, and they'll get it fixed.
Right.
It's not going to be instantaneous.
Right.
This is going to be an issue we're going to have to deal with for like a couple years.
Right.
And I hate to say that, but that's probably how it's going to be, unless they really bring in another company that knows how to do this.
Right.
You know, what they need to do is, was it Great Wolf Lodge were the ones that implemented it kind of first for their parks at the hotels? Maybe should get those people to do it because they've been doing it for years.
Well, real quick, you guys remember the days of the Diz blog where you would be able to make a post and do like fridge shares or PhotoPass shares where you would have a PhotoPass and you can buy the CD or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel like that's gonna see another coming with this Memory Maker.
Yeah.
Because you can have your friends and your family on your My Disney Experience app adds photos to your photo pass that you'll get with with Memory Maker.
Yeah.
And since it's so easy to add friends to it, I feel people, because Memory Maker's for a 30-day span.
Yeah.
You don't like choose the amount of days. It's like 30 days now.
Yeah.
And so I feel if you have 5 different groups of people doing 6 days at a time, you can have them become family and friends or whatever, and then all split the price of one Memory Maker.
And actually, it's not really a waste of money. Like, when I would do it and I would buy those, like, if I wasn't with a group of people,
right.
I had to take, like, 100 photos, like, go around to every spot. Yeah. Yeah. So when you've got groups of friends and you got... So that way you can, have 400 pictures on a CD and it's actually worth the money.
Yeah.
But and then again, too, also, if you go to the Disney website, they still have that deal where if you pre-order it in advance, it's like $149 for it.
Yeah, it's not bad
as
at all.
opposed to buying it in the park for like $199 or $200. So, but yeah, looks like that'll be it.
Actually, touching back on
Won't be it.
the fireworks. You got a date?
No.
All right. Touching back on the fireworks, I remember somebody had asked a few weeks ago which fireworks were the best. Of course, it's going to be opinion, but New Year's Eve.
Dubai's.
New Year's Eve, sorry.
Oh.
The 30th, New Year's Eve, we watched the Fantasy in the Sky fireworks. Which Magic Kingdom offers. I enjoyed it. I was impressed. I think it would probably rival the fireworks around the 4th of July, where there's a lot more fireworks across the horizon. But the first time, the island that is right off of Grand Floridian, Polynesia, they were shooting about
crazy.
30 to 40% of the fireworks from there, along with the increased fireworks from the kingdom, which was really cool. And I got a video of that I haven't put up yet. Got to watch that. And then New Year's Eve, got to watch the Illuminations special. Mm-hmm. That right there, the ending to that, the sky.
That was,
You could not see any sky. Mm-hmm. There was so much. And I'm not talking about the smoke, I'm talking about the actual fireworks explosions. Yeah. Completely engulfed the sky. You could not see. Yeah, every pavilion launches its own fireworks, about 15 seconds apiece, and they greet in their language. I don't know what the Americans did, but they go around the whole world
America fireworks.
They go around the whole world showcase, and that was very cool. But then they do Illuminations. It's more enhanced, and then the ending was just absolutely amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I remember.
I still say the Villains event were the best fireworks so far.
That was pretty. I saw that from a distance, but that was pretty impressive. That definitely rivals. New Year's Eve went from watching the fireworks up on top of the California Grill, went over to the park. It was open till 2, and it got there about midnight. They were having a dance party at the castle. DJ was pretty good. It was really cool because when I first got there, they were playing a lot of 80s music. Michael Jackson, they played Footloose. When they played Footloose, there were huge groups of cast members walking down the street that were all dancing to the Footloose. And I mean, just out of nowhere, they were doing this. I don't know if they rehearsed. I don't think they rehearsed. I think they just knew how to dance.
Instead of picking up trash.
Jerks.
It wasn't that bad. But they were all dancing, and I actually stood on Main Street for about 20 minutes just watching people, because it was entertaining to watch everybody really enjoying the dance party.
Right.
When one thing I did notice in the whole couple of hours I was there is you were constantly being told by the DJ to show your Disney side, and then hashtag Disney side when you tweeted or did whatever you're doing. And at first I'm thinking,
what's a hashtag?
Yeah, that too. But first I'm thinking, nothing of it. But then when I finally showed my Disney side, I almost got thrown out of the park.
That happens.
I know.
All right. So
wait a second, I have something else.
Oh dear God.
It's worth it just to watch Hopkins'
This
expression.
is the show that never ends.
People are already done. They've already checked out. Except for our diehard.
Joe Bucher's here. He's waiting for it to hit an hour.
Except for our diehard UK listeners.
Let's make some jokes about Mac May to see if he's still listening.
Oh God, Mac May always listens. I think so. I don't know. We love you, Mac. Mac will be down.
Yeah.
A bunch of people are going to be down in
Chris
January.
Tucker.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. I can get arrested by Chris, and then
Get out of it
I can
with
have
Mac.
Mac represent me
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for this week's episode. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Have fun.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Woo.
Don't forget to follow us on the Stitches, the Twanas, the Facebooks,
Instagram.
the Instagrams.
Well, I have 22.
Download our Facebook, or our...
Download our Facebook.
Download our Facebook.
Like us.
Download our episodes. Like us, yes. All those things.
They might have already downloaded it if they listen to this.
Have a good, happy New Year.
And now is the time when we dance.
Yes. No dancing.
Poop.
Get used to it. It's coming to all the parks.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And if I'm with you, I will be dancing.
Well, it looks like that'll be it for this week's episode. If you have any questions or comments for us, you can send us a message using our Contact Us link on our homepage, or you can send us an email directly at questions@WDWFanboys.com. If you'd like to help us promote the show, every post on our page offers a one-click link to Facebook and Twitter. Just click the links on our site to let your friends know that you enjoy our podcasts and blog posts. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at WDWFanboys, or join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/WDWFanboys. And while you're at it, head over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. And remember, if you're shopping on Amazon.com, don't forget to navigate to our Amazon links on our homepage. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help us out, because every purchase you make through our links lets us receive a portion of your purchase price, which in turn helps improve show content and helps with running costs. And remember, if you do spend more than $1,000 worth of merchandise in a 12-month period, let us know, and we'll send you a free Fanboys t-shirt. Have a good one. Don't forget to join us again next week.